We were coming out for breakfast on this last full day of our time in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for South Tube 6, which just happened last weekend. It is now the Tuesday morning, and we are at the Gordon Biersch Brewery and Restaurant. And I looked at the menu, and they had a Kobe cheeseburger that's just calling my name, and handcrafted beers. How can you go wrong? It's a brunch time anyway. It's almost noon, so perfect. Let's do it. Golden Export.
A blonde lager. It's going to have a crisp, clean taste with a dry aftertaste to it. Nothing crazy going on with this. A really well-made beer. It's kind of patterned after a traditional American lager. This is our Hefeweizen. Our Hef is a German-style unfiltered wheat beer. It's going to have a banana clove flavor to it. If you smell it, it has that good like bubblegum aroma. A lot of good Hefeweizens have. It's the only ale that we have on tap. Actually, it's one of the few ales that we actually make all year round.
Okay.
Next one you have is, remind you, this one, Czech Pilsner. Medium-bodied lager. It's the hoppiest thing that we have on tap, so we'll have like a nice spice note to it at the end of it. All the beers that you see here are all made in-house, right back there in the corner, so we don't really have like a signature beer. But if we did, the Märzen would definitely be the signature beer. It's the Oktoberfest style lager, a little bit on the sweet side, runs like 5.6. And if you go through the menu, you see we use a lot of our cooking. We have like a Märzen barbecue sauce and Märzen vinaigrette.
Yeah.
If we marinate a steak, it's in the Märzen.
You do it with the Märzen.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is the Schwarz beer. Black lager. It's the lightest bodied beer you're going to try out of all of them. It has a coffee mocha kind of flavor to it. Also has the lowest gravity out of all.
So it's not like a stout.
No, not at all. No.
Lowest gravity.
Yes.
Lowest.
Gravity is, when you talk about beer, gravity is the amount of solid dissolved into a liquid. When you speak on beer, it's the amount of sugar that you put in the beer. The more sugar you put into a beer, the higher the alcohol content, because the yeast has more to eat. So when you're told it's kind of the truth. Like the more sugar they eat, they actually excrete the CO2 and the alcohol. So if it's lower gravity, that means it won't be as sweet. Whenever you have like a high alcohol content of your beer, it's going to be a lot sweeter, like your 12s, your 13% beers. That's why they're so sweet, because they have to put so much sugar in to get that high alcohol.
Oh, okay.
So whenever you hear gravity, if they say low, it's a low alcohol. Okay. And then this is the Oktoberfest style lager, the one I was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
You can see like the copper hue on it. It's going to be very similar to the Märzen, just a little bit hoppier and not as sweet.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
He says, "Drink, let me drink away."
I'm already. I've tried the different kinds of beers, but from different breweries.
Of course.
And of course, canned or bottled, but not fresh on tap like this.
It doesn't get much fresher than that.
This is the Oktoberfest seasonal.
I thought you'd leave that one for last.
That's nice. The Schwarz beer. Black beer. Interesting. Yeah, it does kind of have a mocha flavor like you said. The Märzen. Okay. Märzen. That's an Oktoberfest style, correct? That's what he said? Yeah, it's a little lighter tasting than the seasonal one. The Czech Pilsner now, Pilsner Urquell from Pilsen is the benchmark for Pilsner. Let's see how much this tastes like Pilsner Urquell. Not bad. Very, very good.
Best so far?
I usually prefer lagers to pilsners, and they've got the lager thing down. They've got them down. It's a little bit too bitter for my taste.
Okay.
But it's still good. A little bitter. Now, ales, wheat beer is not my big thing, but we'll give it a shot. That's a little too sweet for my taste. I usually like wheat beer. Golden Export. What did they say about this? Did they say it was a lager as well? Our lightest, most refreshing beer. Delicately hopped with clean, crisp finish. Okay, we'll give that a try. Oh, that's like drinking Corona or Modelo.
Yeah.
Modelo Especial, right here. Nice, very nice.
Okay,
I'm
you got.
gonna enjoy this, and you're gonna drive back.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, the Märzen beers, the Märzen beer and the seasonal Oktoberfest beer are the ones that I like the most. The Schwartz beer is okay. It's just not my favorite. The Pilsner is too bitter. The wheat beer, I don't really like wheat beer, but the Golden Export's really nice and light. Well, I'll give you my. Whoa, what you got there?
A fancy drink.
What you think so far, bud?
Well, I'll tell you. As I was just saying for the camera, I like the lagers, the Märzen and the seasonal Oktoberfest the best.
Okay.
As you can see, they are
A little bit farther down.
a little further down. The Golden Export is like a Mexican beer. It's like it just goes down so easy. It's like something you want to pour down your throat on the beach.
Exactly.
It tastes almost identical to the Modelo Especial that I have in the fridge at the hotel.
It's to me, it's like having children. I love them all for different reasons.
Yeah.
It's just that this one I tend to drink less, just because it's kind of it's made for if somebody comes in and orders, like, I think you might have heard of like a Bud Light or like a Miller Lite or something like that. We have it, but we recommend that right there, and 9 times out of 10 they're like blown away. Oh my God, it's great.
Yeah. And the Pilsner is a little more bitter than the Urquell.
A little hoppier.
It's a little too hoppy for my taste.
Agreed.
Wheat beer.
Not a fan of wheat beer in general.
No,
I'll tell you what,
doesn't do it for me.
If you were a fan of wheat beer, ours is actually, and all bias aside, ours is actually one of the better wheat beers. We do like a decoction, which is like a double boil on it, and it just kind of serves to smooth out all the flavors on it. Wheat beer, unfortunately, is one of those beers where you don't get many people that go, it's okay. You either love it or you hate it. You know what I mean? It's
Exactly.
not one of those tweener beers.
Exactly. And okay, so we've gone through the Schwartz beer. Interesting in that mocha flavor, which I definitely picked up on.
Right.
Not my style.
Yeah.
But
you can appreciate it for what it is.
I can appreciate it for what it is. Of course, I like the Oktoberfest lager the best, so I had to have me half a liter of it. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. Perfect.
Fat quick.
Beckwick.
Fat wick.
Fat Quig.